Hello, Virgo. Elsie here to do a weekly reading for you. How are you, Virgo? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. Look, I've got a deck here that we're going to be using today, and we are going to throw some oracles first, and then we're going to throw some tarot. And we are going to specifically talk about your reset, because tomorrow, Saturn and Neptune move into Aries at 0 degrees. They have come from Pisces, by the way, where you were being asked to sort of dream about what you want to do and sort of feel your feelings about what you want to do. And now everything moves into Aries at 0 degree, and it's go time. It's go time. You now have to put action behind those dreams and feelings. It's put your money where your mouth is, friend. It's time for action. So let's talk about that. Let's pull some of these cards, and then we'll go to the tarot. And at the end of this video, I will tell you about a new sale, a new private read sale, and we'll talk about how you can find the extended if you're interested in that. Let's find out what's going on for you, Earth Cousin, Virgo. All right, we got one card out. We've got 3 cards out. There we go. Look at the bottom first. Here, the rainbow is here. It says, the most difficult part of a situation is over. Well, look, maybe it was hard for you to feel it, to dream about it, and now maybe you just were ready to take action. I feel like this this reset, this conjunction for you is going to get you to get up and take action. It says here the broom. It says a new home, new attitude. So somebody could be moving, acquiring new property possibly, or acquiring a new home. That could mean a relationship. That could mean a friendship. That could mean a romantic relationship. It says a period of ill health or depression. We'll talk more about that because we're talking about a new home or a new attitude. So I feel like this period of ill health and depression is probably passing or past. It says you will be playing a different role. Very interesting. Let's look at some tarot. Let's talk about you, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up for Virgo. Just please remember, this is a general reading, and it's not just for Virgo Sun. It's also Virgo Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. So if I talk about other energies, that's why. Let's talk about what's going on with the broom, the fly, and the hat. So something here is changing. You're going to be playing a different role, and I feel like a period of ill health is probably behind you. We've got the sun here, which is always bringing happiness. It's bringing happiness, clarity, and breakthroughs. So it feels like after a long while, the Knight of Pentacles is here, that there is going to be a breakthrough. And that's what I kind of said with the fly here. I feel like this could be a period of ill health. It could be ill financial health, ill mental health, ill physical health. I feel like somebody here has been in that already for a long time. This Knight of Pentacles is about the reassessment of the situation, but also going really slow so we don't miss any of the details. It doesn't matter how long it takes to get to the outcome. And I always tell you guys, the outcome doesn't matter as much as the journey. Because if we're talking about ill health of any kind, whether it's financial, physical, mental, whatever it is, we must make sure we cross all the T's and dot all the I's, or we're not going to know what the diagnosis is of the money, of the health, of the mental health, the physical health. So I feel like somebody here is getting their answer after a long period of time of trying to figure out what's going on in that ill health. I feel like after a long period of time, there's going to be a breakthrough. And I feel like it's taking you to a new place. So it could be a new home. It could be a physical move for you, but new home or new attitude, right? So it feels like something here is you're going to have some sort of a breakthrough that is going to give you relief or happiness, or at least clarity about what the situation is, what's going on. So it says here, the hat, it says you'll be playing a different role. And it says that brings out the 5 of Pentacles. So I feel like that you have been feeling in lack or feeling like things weren't working out for you. This could be a financial impact, but please understand Pentacles are time, effort, energy, money, right? So it could be any of those things. It feels like you've been feeling like low on energy, low on money. Like it feels like that, and something is about to change because you're about to put on a different hat here, friend. Tell me more about you, Virgo. We've got the 3 of Cups in the reverse. Very interesting. We've got the 10 of Wands. I love that. I love those 2 cards together. And then we have the Hermit energy. So after a long period of trying to figure out what's going on, that's what it feels to me here. Somebody here has been through excuse me, a dark night of the soul. Virgo, it feels like that. So the Hermit energy here tells me that you've been in the dark for a while, looking for the exit or looking for some sort of clarity. It feels with this Three of Cups and the Ten of Wands here, that you are going to be able to relieve yourself of, or be relieved of some sort of heavy burden that you've been carrying for a while. And it feels like it's attached to you, to your pentacle world, in any of those areas that I was speaking of. We've got the Three of Cups in the reverse. And what I feel like you're dropping or being relieved of is suppressing your happiness or your celebration. I really love that because look, the sun is out here. I don't know why I can't speak all of a sudden in your reading. I've been doing fine all night. Hang on a second here. Okay, just had to get some water. All right, so I feel like there's a breakthrough coming here. So whatever period of ill health that you've been going through, or if you've been feeling depressed, and I'm not diagnosing you, I'm not a doctor, I'm saying that you may already know that you have a depression diagnosis, or maybe you've been feeling depressed and you don't know that you have a diagnosis. I feel like somebody has been searching around in the dark for reasons that I feel this way. And so I feel like for some of you, that the reason you've been feeling this way for such a long time is because you've been carrying too much. You've been carrying a whole lot of stuff with you with the Ten of Wands here. So it feels like somebody's been carrying a lot of financial stress, or somebody's been carrying a lot of something for a really long time, finances possibly, but also maybe you've been waiting for a job. Maybe, it's been taking a long time to get here. And so we have the Hermit energy. It feels like for a while you were feeling around in the dark, looking for the exit. I want to say that I think that the Ten of Wands is the exit for you. It does feel like there is something that is about to go right for you here, because bottom of the deck, right, is the most difficult part of a situation is over. And that's what made me feel like this energy of the fly was over. We have the Lovers. So I feel like for some of you, and not all of you, for some of you, it's a choice. It might be a choice that comes with a breakthrough of happiness that gets you out of this place where you were feeling like you had no reason to celebrate. It feels like after a long period of time, you get to be relieved of some sort of burden you've been carrying in the 3D. And it feels like it's been a long, arduous battle of looking for an exit from this thing that has been weighing heavy on you. Tell me why the sun is here. We've got the Five of Swords. So after fights and arguments, after possibly having disagreements, or maybe fighting within the self, the Five of Swords is here, a mental fight. So somebody possibly could be dealing with something like depression. It feels like that's where the breakthrough comes from. We've got the Queen of Cups and we've got the Fool. You found the door. I love it. So you have found the door. I feel like for some of you that this change, the new hat that you'll be playing, it says a different role, a different hat. It says, I feel that for some of you, this is a new attitude or a new way of looking at something, because when the sun is shining, nothing really hides from the sun, right? So I feel like you are going to have some sort of breakthrough, or you're going to feel happier or lighter. It feels like you finally find the new chapter door, the door out of the old chapter. So I feel like this Queen of Cups energy is telling me that possibly you've been feeling kind of, I'm going to say, because Neptune and Saturn were actually in Pisces, and we have the Queen of Cups here, right? Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. It feels like you were in this sort of, Neptune can make things feel dreamy or illusions, or it feels like you were feeling around in the dark. It feels like you were feeling what you wanted to do, or feeling combative in your emotions, didn't know what to feel until the sun came out and showed you the Fool, showed you that you had an opportunity or an option. It's a choice, I feel, for some of you. We saw the Lovers on the bottom of the deck, that it's a choice for you to stop stop wandering about, wondering where you're going to get your answers. I feel like your answers are coming. So whatever you've been asking your question about things, why is it happening to me? Why is this so hard? Why is it taking so long? I feel like your answer is coming here. We've got the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got the Page of Wands, and then we have the 6 of Wands in the reverse. Yes. So I feel like it says here the most difficult part of the situation is over. I feel like you're coming out of some sort of dark night of the soul because the Hermit is here, but also the 6 of Wands is in the reverse. And for me, when the 6 of Wands is in the reverse, it's like, well, when it's in the upright, it's like I've come through the fight, I've come through the war, and I'm still standing. I feel like you're still on a little bit of wobbly legs, but I think that you're optimistic because the Page of Wands has shown up. So I feel like although you have maybe taken a financial hit or maybe you lost your job, it feels like something here is really impacting your future, or you feel like it's really detrimentally impacted your future. I feel like you're still optimistic because you're going to get some good news about whatever it is that you've been fighting in terms of mental, physical, financial, 3D illness. I feel like this is going to start to be easier for you. Tell me about the 10 of Wands, because it feels like you are dropping some sort of financial burden or feeling like you don't have enough. It feels like you've been dealing with financial burdens or stress or low energy. I don't have the energy to do that. I feel like you're being infused with more energy because of the sun being here. We have the 6 of Cups. We have the Emperor. You were carrying everything. That's what it is. So the Emperor is here. Virgo, I feel like you have no one else in your life to help you carry your burdens, whether they're financial or whatever they are, physical, mental health. It feels like you feel that you're alone, and maybe you feel like you've had to be the Emperor all of your life. The 6 of Cups is here. And as far back as you can remember, you've been carrying your own burdens. It might be a childhood burden. It might be something you've been carrying through from your childhood that makes you feel like you're not enough. 5 of Pentacles. But I feel like the Emperor is you, and as far back as you can remember, you've been on your own, doing it by yourself, and like there's really been no one around to help you. Well, I'm going to say that with the Star being here, I feel like there's going to be a moment now where you're going to be more hopeful. I'm going to say it's safe to hope is what I want to say, because it feels like you are going to be stabilizing not only your memories or things from the past or your nostalgia. I feel like you're actually going to drop all of those feelings from the past, right? We were saying that Saturn and Neptune have been in Pisces, so dreaming and feeling. I feel as though you're going to feel a lot stronger, like you can now handle the load. Look, I don't know that it's magically going to happen overnight for you where your finances will be fine, the job comes along. I'm not telling you to hope beyond hope. But I'm telling you that you can handle it because the Emperor is here. And the Emperor is the one who rules the empire and runs the empire because they are the strongest of all of them. This person knows how to make hard decisions. They know how to make easy decisions. But I feel like the fact that you're feeling as though you're in the Emperor's seat now is what is going to give you hope. Tell me about the 3 of Cups being in the reverse, because I feel like this is also something that you are dropping. I think you found your answer, honestly. The Hermit's here. And about the 3 of Cups in the reverse, I think you have found the reason why you've been feeling like there's nothing to celebrate. We've got the 7 of Cups. We've got the 8 of Swords, and we've got the 7 of Pentacles. So I feel like that is that 7 of Pentacles? Yeah, 7 of Pentacles. So you've been waiting a really long time for this illusion to clear, for it to stop being muddy water, not being able to think through things, not having clear answers on things. You're a person who is about the details. And it feels like that with this conjunction that was going on in Pisces before Aries, it feels like it was all muddy waters. Like I couldn't get the details. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I can usually fix it if I know what's going on. We've got the 8 of Swords. It feels to me like you had been stuck in a place where you'd put yourself in the mind. You were unable to make decisions, clear decisions, because the 7 of Cups is here with the 8 of Swords. It was illusion. it was the dreamy, feeling sort of energy of the emotions that were clouding everything. But I really feel like when you slip into the hermit energy, you decide you're going to organize yourself. That's Virgo energy. I'm going to organize myself, find my own light. I'll do it myself. I'm the emperor. No one else is here to help me. That's fine. I'll just do it myself. And I think you are going to come out of this with your light in hand. So that's metaphorically and literally. I feel like you're finding your way out of the dark. And so we've got the bottom of the deck, which is the Nine of Cups. I love that because this is alignment, right? This is alignment. The rainbow says that the most difficult part of the journey is over here. We do have heart. It says love, deep affection, and caring. It feels like your emotions return. I want to say that maybe this has been a hard time for you, a hard time of trying to clear your mind, clear the way, drop the burdens, whatever they are. And it feels like things are getting into alignment here. Wish fulfillment is showing up. It feels like you're no longer cloudy. Look at that, Piscean energy, right? It was just saying that Saturn and Neptune had been in Pisces, and it was causing confusion, right? It was causing delusion, confusion. Saturn was trying to be the taskmaster, but Neptune is like, relax. It's okay. It'll get done eventually. And so I feel like now you're clearer in your intuition, that you're far better connected to your intuition than you were before. And that your alignment is here. Look, we have the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups. 10 Cups is coming, friend. So we're going to go into the extended, friend. If you want to be in the extended with us, then please look at the pinned comment that is above all of the comments. There's a link there for Hypsee. But there's also a link there for the membership area. So if you're interested in seeing the extended, please come to the membership area. We have quite a few people there. I also do readings just for the membership area. If you are interested in a private read, please know that on the 20th, tomorrow, when Aries has Saturn and Neptune in conjunction at 0 degrees, that's when the sale begins, 10% off of any of the pre-recorded readings that I have. And please take the link to Hypsee. You will see the pricing. I did put a new reading in there for your own personal reset. If you're interested in knowing what your personal reset is. According to this, I feel like what's being reset here is your mind, your mindset. I feel like you're about to drop a bunch of burdens that have been on your back that you've been carrying alone for a long time. And I feel like hope is going to return. So I feel like that's your reset, Aries. Virgo. That's your reset as all of this energy moves into Aries tomorrow. So if you're interested in a private read, then please go to the pinned comment to Hypsee. And please know that I'm also doing live readings there. So please take a look over my schedule. And if you pre-book your appointment with me, you will get between 5 and 75% off a live reading. I'm going to go for now. I'll go into the extended. And if you want to be there, you know how to get there. Love you guys. I'm out for now. And I will see you soon. I'll be back because I'm always back. Bye-bye.